Welcome to RTK Adventures.
Today is our last port. We are in Ketchikan today.
Yeah, we really don't have much planned for Ketchikan. We do have plans to kind of walk around downtown, do some shopping. You had talked about Creek Street.
Go to Creek Street, and around Creek Street there is a creek.
Hence the name, probably.
Hence the name. And there should be our hope is, some salmon. They should be spawning again and coming upstream.
Anyhow, well, we're going to go ahead and wait for us to get into port here and then get off the ship.
We have officially docked here at Ketchikan, and we just passed the Majestic Princess.
That was really cool. They kind of bypass it. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how they can get these large ships and maneuver their way in.
Sorry.
Maneuver themselves in and to get to the dock. We are in Skagway, just kind of a little bit early, just kind of wondering. Sometimes the machine will throw out the lines to tie us up to the dock, and sometimes it's a human. Mm-hmm. We were able to capture the second time the line was thrown out. The first line was just a pure, nice throw. This one they kind of tossed it along the guardrail and went and got it, and then they go ahead and just take it down to the tie area where they use the machine to bring in the rope.
Yeah, it's really cool because we never really had the opportunity to watch that process, and we always see them when you're leaving port, but not when you're arriving at port, because it's usually sometimes really early, like at 6 or 7 in the morning. So it was nice just to be able to watch that whole process.
So now we're just waiting for the all clear to be able to get on land.
Another ship in port is the Eurodam, and also they're cleaning our ship.
Well, we are in Ketchikan. We are now off the out of the port area. We're in berth number 3. As you exit kind of the dock area, you come to your private excursion area, or if you book through Holland America. My parents saw that there was a trolley ride here of the city as well as a wildlife tour, so they went ahead and booked that. Really excited to hear about their experience here. I believe it was $45 for their trolley. They go for about 2 hours here on that trolley, so really looking forward to hearing again how that goes. While Renee and I will probably head to Creek Street now.
We looked at the map. Looks like there's a lot of cool lookout spots and monuments, wood carvings, totem poles, eagles, and that's what we're going to go check out first before we go and explore Ketchikan. We walked through the visitor center, and upon exiting it, it looks like you can book some excursions through the city as well. So it looks like it's another opportunity for you. If you didn't find anything at the cruise port, you can come here. Now we're gonna go here. Creek Street. We have arrived to the famous Creek Street, so let's get walking. Done watching the fish ladder. Wow, I definitely don't want to be a salmon. They come up the creek and then go up this fish ladder. My assumption is they, every time that they move up as far as they can, they kind of are like behind the metal plate. Give themselves a break, keep swimming upstream, And then you could tell some are trying to make it upstream, and then they make it all the way back down the stream. Poor salmon.
Well, we wanted to try some fresh fish, so we came across the Alaskan fish house here. Let's go ahead and get inside and have some fresh cod.
When you get into the restaurant, you put your order at the counter, and then you go find a seat. We got the Bering Sea 3-piece cod, and it comes with fries, their homemade coleslaw, and it looks like homemade tartar sauce as well. Looking forward to trying some local Alaskan fish. It looks really nice and flaky, nice and meaty. Let's dig in. So I'll try first without the tartar sauce to taste that freshness. Really flaky, crunchy, and delicious. Just how I like it. Now I'm going to try it with the tartar sauce. That definitely enhances the extra flavor of the cod. Because cod tends to be just a very much more milder fish. It's a good addition to it.
I know Renee used a fork, but you know, this looked like it pulled apart really nicely. Nice, really flaky. It looks kind of like panko on it. I'm not as much of a panko fan as almost like a Kellogg's Crunch. I'm more like batter type, but we'll go ahead and give it a try. Definitely a nice, crisp, flaky fish. You can definitely tell it's fresh. Just pretty darn good. Now I'm going to give it a try with some tartar sauce. It's a really creamy tartar sauce. Like, it's a blended, it's not got a lot of relish and things. Kind of, I'm not sure exactly what's in it, but we'll give it a try. I know I mentioned I'm not really the type where the kind of the cornflakes. I'm not sure what the breading is, but it has that cornflake flavor and taste to it. I actually like it. I'm not really a big fan of it, but for whatever reason, this actually tastes pretty darn good.
Just finished eating some Bering Sea cod. Very delicious and very fresh. You could definitely tell that it is that freshness from the Bering Sea, and it didn't have that greasy flavor that you would get with some fishes. And we did find out from the waitress that they do use panko crust for the breading, and you can email the chef and get the recipe that they use, so that's pretty exciting. Overall, very good, and glad that we got to try the local fare.
Walking around, it is warm here in Ketchikan.
Yeah, you'd think we were back in Minnesota, Wisconsin, but you know, definitely Ketchikan is not this warm all year round.
No, it feels like, you know, a Minnesota, Wisconsin 80 degrees, but I think it's only like 68 degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, you were going to wear a sweater today.
I was. Didn't need that. I had to change to a short sleeve shirt.
I came prepared. Shorts all week. Who cares if it's 50 degrees? It's nice. I'll take this any day of the year.
Up here in Ketchikan, finished some shopping and taking some wonderful pictures of the Ketchikan sign, where we also met up with Tom and Jen. They just got off their tour. Sounds like they had a really good time. They saw a bear and also got to experience the salmon staircase as well. So I'm happy that they had an enjoyable time on their trip. Now we're going to go head back on the ship and relax a little bit.
We are back on board. We've been at the Crow's Nest for about maybe an hour and a half. Just Renee brought her book up to read, and we didn't read. We actually did some talking. That's not something
Surprise!
normal for us.
Not normal.
As you watch our videos, do these people ever talk? Anyhow, we also had a couple drinks. But now it's sail away. What a fun day here in Ketchikan. Just a good time walking around.
Yep, and I'm happy that TK's parents had an enjoyable time on their trolley ride. It was a overall great experience here in Ketchikan.
And we are doing the Steakhouse tonight for dinner.
Yes, looking forward to trying their steakhouse.
So after this little chat that we're having here, we're going to drop in our time lapse as we are debarking from Ketchikan. And some loud dogs. Can you hear that?
Okay.
Those are some loud dogs. But anyways, we're going to drop in our time lapse and then get ready for dinner. We're off to the Pinnacle Grill.
Have some delicious steak.
We have arrived to the Pinnacle Steakhouse, just waiting on our table, and we should get inside here very shortly. We just got done eating at the Pinnacle Grill.
I had started with the Caesar salad. Nothing too fancy, because I've done that a couple nights on the ship, so nothing so much to rave about, just a Caesar salad.
I had the lobster bisque. It was a healthy portion of lobster before they poured over the bisque soup, and just it's really nice presentation as they poured over the bisque and covering it up. And then in came the cream. Just nice little design work here. Nice sweep through and makes a nice little flour. I then just mixed it up and ate it, and it was delicious. I thought it was really good. I would say it was, of the things I ate tonight, my favorite. For my main course, unfortunately they were out of the ribeye as well as the aged Delmonico, so I went with the New York strip. Cooked medium rare. I thought it was a little bit tougher for a steakhouse steak. I've never had to add salt to my steak, so I added salt to add some flavor. I didn't feel it had as good a flavor as I would have expected from a steakhouse steak.
And I also did the same thing. We both also got a baked potato with ours as well.
You did?
I also did the New York strip with medium rare. I also agree with TK. It was definitely tough. I mean, it was done right.
It was perfectly
It was
cooked.
perfectly cooked, but definitely a little bit more a tougher steak, which I've had ones that were a much better flavor wise. And also agree with TK. Add a little bit more salt to it too, just to kind of enhance some of that extra flavor.
And then for dessert, I did the creme brulee.
And I did the creme brulee.
Really interesting with the creme brulee here. It was more of a kind of almost like a whipped. Normally you think of a creme brulee kind of like a souffle with egg yolks mixed in with some cream and kind of reduced, poured over, baked. This was kind of a more of a chilled cream, kind of a whipped.
But it didn't have that full souffle-like flavor that we've had in previous creme brulees.
Overall, I thought it was an okay dinner. I'm not sure if it wasn't included with our package, we would have done it. We're pretty tired tonight.
Yeah, I think
we had a long day.
Yeah, very long day. Bed in the sunshine, so we're extra tired. So we're kind of just, at least for me, I'm gonna call it quits tonight.
Yeah. So myself included, I might go out and grab a beverage, a Coke. Maybe some waters, but if you haven't already, please feel free to like this video. If you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to our channel. We hope you enjoyed our time in Ketchikan today as we walked around, which I had a really fun time with that today. It's always fun
time
walking around with you and
you're so sweet.
hearing your jokes and you trying to laugh at mine. Anyhow, I guess until next time, see you soon.